Welcome back to another video from your friends here at Altitude University. I'm Chiron, and today we are going to talk about 5 tips to help you get more cinematic drone shots. Before we begin, please subscribe to our channel so we can continue to provide you with more drone-related content. Have you ever wondered why your drone shots just don't turn out as good as the shots you see your favorite creators posting? All the variables may seem like they're set up right, you're at the perfect location with a high quality drone, but something about your footage just doesn't quite seem to have that cinematic flair to it. If that's the case for you, then hopefully some of these tips can help you bridge the gap and get those cinematic drone shots you've always dreamt of. First up is using the right settings. The foundation of captivating drone footage lies in using the right camera settings. Start by making sure you're shooting in manual mode to have full control over your exposure settings. Next, make sure you're shooting the highest resolution possible for maximum quality. Also, if you want to get the best results once you get into editing, make sure to shoot in log format if your drone supports it. Log format is a recording format that retains much more dynamic range and color detail than traditional recording formats. This will allow you to manipulate the colors significantly more in post, which is something we will dive into more in a future video. Additionally, make sure you are shooting at 24 frames per second, unless you specifically want to capture slow motion footage so you can get the most natural motion blur in your image. If you can, adjust your aperture for optimal sharpness and depth of field, while also considering the ISO and shutter speed to maintain a balanced exposure. Make sure to always prioritize keeping your ISO as low as possible to avoid introducing unnecessary noise into your image, and keep your shutter speed at 2 times your frame rate to maintain natural motion blur. This brings us to the second tip, which is to always use neutral density filters when shooting during the day. This will allow you to maintain a shutter speed low enough to match 2 times your frame rate, called the 180-degree rule, allowing you to get that buttery smooth footage with natural motion blur. Get either a set of neutral density filters gradually increasing in strength, or a variable filter that can be adjusted on the fly. Next is planning ahead for the time of day and weather. Great drone footage is often dependent on the time of day and weather conditions. Plan your flights during the golden hours of sunrise and sunset to capture stunning, warm hues and long dramatic shadows. Keep an eye on the weather forecast and choose days with clear skies and favorable wind conditions to ensure smooth and safe flights. Strategic planning like this can make all the difference in achieving cinematic aerial shots. Tip 4 is to incorporate more dynamic movements. Dynamic movement is a core component of cinematic drone shots. Experiment with a variety of flight maneuvers such as reveals, orbits, and tracking shots to add excitement and dimension to your footage. Smooth and controlled dynamic movements not only enhance the visual appeal, but also guide the viewer's eye through the scene. Mastering dynamic movement will elevate your drone shots from ordinary to extraordinary, and be sure to capture your viewer's attention. Our 5th tip is to incorporate a point of interest in your footage. Every great drone shot tells a story, and incorporating a point of interest is crucial for engaging your audience. Whether it's a landmark, a moving subject, or a natural feature, a point of interest adds depth and focal interest to your footage. Experiment with framing and composition to highlight the point of interest within the context of the surrounding landscape, creating visually compelling narratives that captivate viewers. By always keeping this in mind when you go out to shoot, you will quickly notice your shots become more engaging and cinematic. And there you have it, 5 essential tips to unlock the full potential of your drone and capture more cinematic shots. By using the right settings, employing ND filters, planning ahead, incorporating dynamic movement, and highlighting points of interest, you'll be well on your way to capturing the cinematic footage you've always dreamt of. Thanks for watching this video from all of us here at Altitude University. Stay safe out there and happy flying.